And welcome back to The Watchman. We are here at the City of David with the one and only Pastor John Hagee, our good friend Zev Orenstein, Director of International Affairs here at the City of David. Folks, if you hear some noise in the background, that's because we are at an active archaeological dig. That's actually a pump that pumps air in here so the archaeologists can breathe as they're digging up a very special place. Zev, tell us where we are right now.
We are standing right now along the ancient pilgrimage road. This is the road that our ancestors would have walked on 2,000 years ago when they went on pilgrimage up to the temple on the Temple Mount. On the biblical festivals like Passover, Pentecost, Tabernacles, they would immerse themselves some 500 feet to the south of where we're standing right now at the southern end of the City of David in the pool of Siloam, purify themselves, and then ascend along the very flagstones that we're standing on right now, going up about 2,000 feet to the western wall and the footsteps of the Temple Mount.
So Zev, they would go up to the temple, up to the Holy of Holies 2,000 years ago. This is exciting. They're excavating it right now.
There are some places where you go in Israel that your guide will tell you maybe Jesus was here. Perhaps the disciples walked near here. But on these very stones, it is 100% certain that when they were cleansed in the pool of Siloam, they walked up this granite rock path all the way to the city of Jerusalem. This is indeed the highway to heaven, and some of you in time to come will be able to see it because of the archaeological works of Israel.
Where Pastor Erick, where you are sitting right now, this is an ancient podium. A podium that dates back, again, some 2,000 years, the only one of its kind found in Jerusalem. And it's found along the pilgrimage road. Now imagine during the festivals, the pilgrimage festivals where you have hundreds of thousands of people, according to Josephus, going down to the pool of Siloam, up from the pool to the Temple Mount. You have to do your shopping. We have stores and shops behind us along the pilgrimage road where you can get whatever you needed to go up to the temple. And imagine that there would have been people who would have had a religious teaching, an ethical message, perhaps a political message that they wanted to share with all the passerbys, with all the pilgrims. Where would they have done it? They would have gone to where the people were. They would come here to the pilgrimage road, here to this podium that you're sitting atop right now, and they would have shared their message. And if they're interesting, then the people will stop and gather around. And if not, some will get up and take their place and perhaps have a little bit better luck. This is real Jerusalem, 2,000 years ago.
Well, I think we're sitting in an appropriate place. This was the speaker's podium. We're with a man who's given a few speeches, a few sermons in his lifetime, Pastor John Hagee. Pastor Zev was saying off camera that this road was a lot wider before. Right. You can almost imagine the hustle, the bustle, the shops open, and you can really see it in your mind's eye, right?
Absolutely. Josephus says that there were as many as 1 million people who came to Jerusalem for Passover. And you can imagine on this road right here, there were tens of thousands of people in constant motion going up to the city and then to the pool of Siloam. So while this is very narrow, envision it very wide, shoulder to shoulder, nose to back, as people are progressing toward the holy city for the Passover celebration.
And what's special about where we are is that in just a few years, people from all over the world, Jews, Christians, and many others who want to connect with the significance of Jerusalem, of the Bible, they will be able to walk along the pilgrimage road, visit the pool of Siloam, and walk all the way up along the pilgrimage road to come out at the footsteps of the Western Wall. It's the same pool of Siloam from 2,000 years ago. It's the very same pilgrimage road, the very same flagstones from 2,000 years ago, the same Western Wall and Temple Mount from 2,000 years ago. In just a few more years, people from all over the world will be able to literally walk in the footsteps of the Bible and experience that sense of ascension, physical ascension, spiritual ascension for themselves.
Zev, this was an honor. No one does it better, folks. Zev, thank you so much. But we are not done here on the Pilgrimage Road. Pastor, you and I are going to walk this road. Walk in the footsteps of the heroes of the Bible. You ready to go?
I'm ready.
Let's do it. After the break, Pastor Hagee and I will walk the ancient Pilgrimage Road on the way up to the temple. It's the Watchman. It's Christians United for Israel. Only right here on TBN. Do not move.